Hi everybody, Graham here with the latest updates from We Share Abundance. We are a cloud nation. We're the United States of the world. We're an emerging nation. We've been around 4 years putting in solid foundations so that we can be here for many generations to come, not just a few weeks, months or years. Anybody can become a citizen, and all our citizens get issued with free handout of our currency every month. There's no obligation and no fee to join. You just come along, register, prove that you're a real person, and that's all there is to it. We have lots of things that you can get involved in, but they're all optional, and most of them you can get involved in without putting your hand in your pocket. It's just sometimes a little bit faster and easier if you throw a few dollars, $5 or $10 into the kitty or whatever it may be. Okay. Once you do become a citizen, you will start to understand we're a non-separatist organization. That means we don't separate people based on superficial differences. We just see everybody as a human being. So it doesn't matter what gender you are, what color, class, creed, what educational level you're at, what financial status you have. None of it matters. We just see everybody, as I say, as a human being. We recognize all human beings are unique, but all part of one big family and all interlinked and all of equal value. So that's it. We will have a little affirmation in a moment to help us with that non-separatist ideology. But before that, we'll start with a short prayer. And the prayer is there to help us find true happiness in life. And that's what everybody really seeks. Everything else that you think you want is because you feel it's going to make you happy. So let's start right at the basic and look for happiness, because you can't buy it. There are a lot of people that are extremely wealthy and they're still not happy. They're searching for something, they don't know what it is. And it's that happiness that comes, that joy that is always present when you're of loving service to other people. And the great thing about that is, as you enjoy being of loving service to others, you'll find that everything else that you want and need in life starts to be attracted to you. You don't have to chase after it, whether it's money, relationships, or anything else. It'll all just start flowing to you. So that's what our little prayer's about and the affirmation. But before we get into those, we'll just say hi to the people that are already in the comments. Lewis from Portugal, Don from Canada, British Columbia, Vancouver Island specifically. Jason, hi there, from Nigeria. Deborah from Southern Alabama, USA. Verna from South Africa. Eric from Quebec in Canada. Maureen from London in England. Bozina from Edinburgh in Scotland. And Nanyikep from Nigeria. And Peter from Kettering in England. And I'm going to get started now, and no doubt we'll have a few more people coming in as I get started. So let's have that little prayer followed by the affirmation. Then I'll bring you up to date with where we are and what's been going on. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so happy and grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love, and that through that love, each member finds the joy of service, and through service attracts true happiness and everything they want and need into their lives. Amen. And our little affirmation: we're so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world, with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind, and soul of thy world. Okay. We had Peter from Kettering. We got Richard in as well from Devon in England. Right. No development today because Devyani was finishing her workshop today. that she'd been doing in the evenings for the past 5 evenings, and then they had a full day today. So she'll be back tomorrow, and we'll be getting back on track with the Share Hope. Although she did call in to see if we'd had a response from Rohit to her questions, and we haven't. So I've messaged him again to see if we can get those answers ready for tomorrow. And Devian has messaged him again, and hopefully we'll get some response there, and that'll speed the process up. We can do it without, but it'll help us get there quicker if we get the answers. The other thing that is imminent is the purchase of the car by Beyond Infinity, and I know they've sent the money. We've had proof of that, but I doubt very much whether it's landed in the bank of the dealership yet, because if it had, I'm sure that the salesman would have wanted to get that thing started and finalized so he can get his commission. I did say, I think last week, that I expected it to be in by Tuesday. So once again, fingers crossed, by tomorrow, they will receive those funds and we can start the process for the registration of the vehicle. Until it's registered, basically until we get a number plate, registration number, we can't sell it, okay? So the sooner we get that registration, the better it is. We'll be able to sell it, get the funds into our treasury, and use them to help the people that have helped us many times over the past. And we'll see how far we can make those funds go. It certainly won't do everything that we want to do to help those people, but it's a step in the right direction. And as we build our liquidity through other sources, through our programs and everything else, that will help as well. And then we have additional vehicles on the Beyond Infinity production line, which may or may not come through in the near future. Some of them will be quite a while before we get them, but we've got quite a few that should be coming up within the next month or two, hopefully. Okay. That's about it on those major issues there. I have been working on a new homepage. I think the old one was pretty good, but it was a little bit long-winded. This one is shorter and it's got a PDF attached to it. And I sent that out. It's in your inbox, and it also went out emails. And it's perhaps a little bit more to the point, covering the same points, but it's also got a list of the different things that people can opt into. And my intention is to take that list and go through it and create a page for each of those things, which once again is shortened to the point. And then if they want to get deeper into it, they'll go to a full sales page. So all those things will have links in the near future. At the moment, if anybody asks you about them, if you give the PDF out or something like that and people ask you about them, you'll be able to explain it. If you've been in We Share Abundance for a while, there's nothing new in there. It's all just crystallized a little bit. Okay. Eric says he's got a few questions about the Powerline plan. The higher we can achieve in the community matrix is Trailblazer, right? You're talking about the rank, which is a maximum of 100 a month that can be withdrawn. Just want to make sure I understand it well. I don't know what the number of people are, but you're probably right. It sounds about right, 500 people, but that is from everybody from the power line that falls underneath you in there. There are 10 ranks. You can only get the first 5 through the community matrix, which is there to encourage people to get working on the personal matrix. Introduce just 3 people. You know, if everybody introduced just 3 people in a week, you would fill that community matrix in 11 weeks. You'd be earning over $30,000 a month, and it would be just incredible. Now, we know that everybody's not going to do that. In fact, most people aren't going to introduce anybody initially because they feel that they can't for whatever reason. But in time, everybody will, because they're going to have large sums of money in their account that they can't withdraw until they introduce 3 people. I mean, they'll be able to withdraw part of it if they introduce 1, a bit more if they introduce 2, and a bit more if they introduce, well, all of it if they introduce 3. They'll be able to withdraw some of it even if they don't introduce anybody, but there's going to be a lot of money that is tied up for them. So in time, everybody's going to think it's worthwhile to get somebody in to just get those 3 referrals. And the personal matrix also goes through the last 5 levels, and that's where you get into the bigger withdrawals. The community matrix is there basically for people who just want something passive, cheap and cheerful, if you like. You know, they get in it, it's not much to cost, there's nothing that they have to do, and it will build them an income, a strong retirement income, and it'll get them to that halfway point in the ranking to get them $100 a month out of the ShareHope wallet in addition to their matrix income. So it's there as something to benefit the people that are either lacking confidence, lazy, skeptical, whatever whatever label you put on it, people that aren't prepared to introduce 3 people. As soon as they're introduced 3 people, they're going to start moving a lot faster, making a lot more money, and helping everybody throughout the whole organization. So I hope that's answered your correct question there, Eric. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but you've got them, and if you've taken them off the video and things, then yeah, that'll be whatever it is. Okay, we've got Jason. I joined WEES in 2020, but at some point in 2022, I lost touch. I came last month and everything is a bit confusing. I want to ask about ShareHope token in our wallets and also the daily login rewards. Daily login rewards haven't changed since 2020, so there's no change in that at this moment in time, Jason. It's exactly as it was. The ShareHope tokens in your wallet are in there and not available to be withdrawn. If you lost touch and you didn't get qualified in the previous ShareHope plan, you need to qualify in the new ShareHope plan to start getting withdrawals from that. If you go through the videos on the website, I think you'll find all the information. Which wallet are they moved to at the end of the month? Thank you. The ShareHope tokens aren't moved to any wallet at the end of the month. The US dollar wallet is what you get from your rewards, gifts, lottery winnings and this sort of thing, raffle winnings. Everything that is gifted goes into there. Your Power of One bonus on those items as well. And that in your US dollar wallet is what gets moved at the end of the month, subject to the fact that you've read the messages in your inbox. Some of it will get moved even if you don't read any, but you need to read them all to get it moved 100%, and that then goes into your ShareHope wallet and is available for withdrawal through the ShareHope plan. We've got Tony in. Are the spreadsheets you use in the videos available to download? I'm particularly interested in the Poverty Crusher compensation plan, estimator, and 777 if it has been finalised. 777, we're not really finalised yet. There should be a video for the Poverty Crusher, but it's so long since we launched it, I don't know where it is, in all honesty. If there's not a download for the it would take a bit of struggle for me to find it. It'll be amongst many spreadsheets. If there isn't a download on the Poverty Crusher page, I don't think it'd be very easy to get one. As we progress and I get more time, we'll perhaps update everything in that way. But the 777 isn't finalised yet. We got Andrew in as well from Auckland in New Zealand. And we've got Eric saying, did you say that there's 5 levels in the community matrix? On the website, it seems to say 6 for the community matrix. No, in the community matrix, there are actually 15 levels, but there are only 5 ranks that you can attain. It's a 2x15, the community matrix. The personal matrix is a 3x10, and you can get all 10 ranks in there. Peter Kingston from Kettering has a question. I've noticed that I've got 11 days left on the cash key cow. Will this be extended? Yes. In fact, I mentioned it to Deviani, and that will be done tomorrow. It's already in hand. Can we sign up a new member even if they are in the same household? Yes, no problem. We got Norman in from Doncaster in England as well. Right, so while we see if I've answered the questions or we get any more based on those answers, or we get any new questions, I'm always very happy when we get the questions. It's very educational for me and for everybody else. So I really do appreciate when we get questions. Okay, numbers. In the last 24 hours, we added 74 to the 777 plan. We've now got 14,315 members in there. In the last 24 hours, we added 42 people into our registered members for We Share Abundance to 43,365. We have an increase of 5 only in our active members. Those are people that are logging in at least half the available days and have done their KYC. Until you've done both of those, you're not active and you can't withdraw your money. So you should be doing both of those. Multiply Weezer site, no change in the membership, but we did get pushed up $2 in the bonus pool from logging in and getting the revenue share there to $10,417. Once again, that will not be available until we get the Weezer tokens moved onto a better blockchain than Waves, and we control the liquidity and value of those tokens. The spreadsheets would make it easier for us to market this if you could find them. That would be really handy, as the videos alone are a bit confusing. I'm sorry they're confusing. I'll try and make them better. The 777 spreadsheet will be available once we have finalized the program. We're in soft launch at the moment and still tweaking a few things. And so the spreadsheet that we have currently wouldn't be accurate anyway by the time we have finished our tweaks. So that will be available, definitely. And I think there are some downloads for spreadsheets on some of the other programs. On some of the pages, but I'm not sure of that. To actually find, as I say, the Poverty Crusher plan some time ago. So to find a spreadsheet for that, it's not something that I can't do, but it's just time consuming, and I don't have a lot of time at the moment. But as I say, I will get to it once we get things running smoothly for you. Okay, we've done the numbers, we've answered the questions. Just a minute. Rich 46, we didn't welcome, but we did have a question from him. Tony says, I'm trying to recreate it, but not sure of the maths behind it. Yeah, some of the spreadsheets that we have are fairly complex. Some of them are not too bad, but some of them, particularly the Easy Business Builder, I think is quite a complex one. Some of the formulas in there. And I don't know. Some of them have got quite complicated formulas built into them. Yeah, you'll just have to be patient, unfortunately, Tony. I know that that's not the answer you want. But it is something we will be working on. Marketing materials for specifically initially ShareHope and 777, because those are going to be the two foundation plans that we're in. The others are going to happen anyway, but we will get to those later. But initially, we'll be looking at marketing material for those two plans. That will include spreadsheets, banners, email swipes, and so on. But the ShareHope plan isn't live yet, and the 777 plan, as I say, we are still in soft launch, and there will be definitely some tweaks. I've been looking at it, monitoring it since we soft launched on the 8th of March, I think it was, and it does require a little bit of tweaking, and I'm still working on that, but it won't be done until we've got the ShareHope plan running first, and then we'll get back to the 777 plan. The ShareHope plan, once it's up and running, I think should be smooth. It's more conventional, and it has been thoroughly tested. It's just a case of integrating it into our system. We got Michael in from the Bahamas, I believe, actually. Michael, hello. After signing up a new member in the 777 plan, what would that person have to do to continue? Well, if he's in the 777 plan, he needs to, let's start at the beginning. You register, or you introduce somebody and they register. They're not in anything except the power line, which isn't operational at the moment because that's dependent on the ShareHope plan. If they wish to get into the 777 plan, which if they understand it, they will want to, then what they need to do is buy levels 1, 2, and 3, which is $35. Ideally, they want to go out and refer as many people as they can, but at least one. If they refer one person, their income will start immediately. If they don't refer anybody, no matter how many levels they buy, it's going to take 2 to 3 months before they start seeing any money. So that is I don't know whether that's answered your question, but ideally you want to get them referring people themselves and getting into as many levels as they can. That's the sweet and short, or short and sweet answer. Eric, why aren't you concentrating on the 777 plan and having it running smoothly and seeing lots of people being paid? And once this is fully running and paying lots of people, then go on another plan. The 777 plan is running and it is paying people, provided they have made referrals. If they've not made referrals, it's not been running long enough to pay the passive people, and that won't change regardless. So it is paying people, and people are withdrawing and making money from it. So that is one of your answers. The 777 plan is there, it is up and running. The tweaks that we're going to make aren't going to affect things much from the members' point of view, but it does mean that there will be slight changes in the videos and the spreadsheet to incorporate those tweaks. But from a point of view of earning, it's not going to change anything very much. So you can run that plan now and run with it, as many people are, and make a lot of money right now. The ShareHope plan is very important because it will allow people to access their ShareHope wallet funds, and it will allow people to build effectively what is a pension plan at a very, very low cost. And it has always been our objective to get those two plans launched as quickly as possible. And in fact, the ShareHope plan really has been ready to launch for longer than the 777 plan. All that's needed for it is the integration into our system. And that's what we're going to do. It shouldn't take too long, and then we'll get back and make those small changes in the 777 plan. And there are some changes on the back end from an administration point of view that we need, but they won't affect the plan either. So the 777 plan, as it stands, is very close to what it will be anyway. Just get out there and make some money, Eric. Okay. I don't know whether that has answered everybody's questions or not. I've done the numbers. I've given you the updates pretty much. The updates tomorrow, with a bit of luck, will be showing some progress in various areas that we're just hanging on for at the moment, really. Just waiting for things to happen. So that's where we are. And that really covers everything. Tony says, thanks for the updates. Looking forward to the launch of ShareHope. Yeah, the ShareHope plan will be good. Power lines are are very fashionable at the moment. They've perhaps lost a little bit of their, people have lost a bit of enthusiasm for them because they realize that most of them don't benefit them. The company comes along and says, everybody that joins after you is going to benefit you. And they find that everybody that joins after them doesn't benefit them. Our plan, everybody that joins after them will benefit them through the way that we've structured it with the two different matrices. Okay. Eric says, I'm just saying that because some people won't get in the two plans at the same time. I have 53 people on my level, so I'm not complaining. We'll go out and get another 53 as well, Eric. 53 is easy to attain. With your pass-ups and things that we've been going now, you've probably not referred many of those personally. Don't sit back and say, oh, I've got 53. Go out and personally refer a lot more. And a lot of people, I mean, the 777 plan is a single payment plan. So once they've paid it, they've paid it. That's it. Boom. The ShareHope plan, the Powerline plan, is a subscription plan, and it's $10 every 4 weeks. And we don't want people getting into that unless they are prepared to refer others or fund the $10 every 4 weeks until they get into profit. How long will that take? No idea. But if they refer others, they can be in profit very, very quickly. If they don't refer others, I have no idea how long it will take. We have no way of even giving an estimate on that. And even when we get going, and we've been running for a while, we still wouldn't be able to give people an estimate because it'll vary drastically from person to person. So they have to get involved in the ShareHope plan, either decide to go out and refer 2 or 3 people or more, or fund that program as though it was a contributory pension scheme that they had to pay into month after month after month. The only difference is in time it will become self-funding, where a contributory pension scheme never is, and it will be a lot faster to draw a lot more from it than you would ever get with a contributory pension plan at many times the level of $2.50 a week. Okay. Okay, I think we've covered everything there. Okay, just a minute. We've got another question. Good. Peter from Portugal. Will our current WSA direct referrals fall under us as direct members in the Powerline? Yes. As and when they join the plan? Yes. They will. In your personal matrix. They could be anywhere in the community matrix. Community matrix is just first in, highest position. There's no way that we can make that a hybrid thing and be effective with it, and that's why we've gone for 2 separate ones. But certainly in your personal matrix, yes, everybody that joins that you've referred into We Share Abundance will go into your personal matrix as your referral. They can be above you if they pay before you. They can be above you if they pay a week before you, in a period before you. They can't be above you if they pay in the same week as you, because the Powerline will put them in the right position. If you've got somebody that is upgrades, you will get an email saying somebody's upgraded. Now it's up to you whether you make that upgrade yourself, you'll know that they are your referral, and they've upgraded. And if you don't upgrade within the time before the cutoff, which is going to be, I think we've got it set at Saturday at 5 p.m. I keep saying that, but I'm not absolutely certain, and it is subject to change anyway. But every week, if it stays at Saturday 5 p.m., every week, Saturday 5 p.m., you have the opportunity to join before anybody else. What you should do is get in week one, but it's your choice. Your choice, okay? But to answer Peter, yeah, they will follow you. And yeah, to answer Eric, if they join in week one and you don't join till week 2, then they're going to be above you. Yeah. Eric says, let's say I have 2 or 3 people that join under me in my personal matrix. What can this earn me if they are passive? It'll earn you, well, if you've got 2, it'll certainly earn you $10 in personal referral commissions. If you've got 3, it'll earn you $15 in personal referral commissions. There's no way of telling you what it will earn you in your personal matrix, because it's not dependent on just those people. And it depends on where they land and who else is in there and whatever else happens. But you will get the personal referral payment of $5 per person. So if you've got 2, it's $10. If you've got 3, it's $15. The big benefit comes as the matrix builds, because you will then get matching bonus on those. So if they're, let's suppose they're only making $10 each. Okay, you've got 3 people and they're making $10 each. That's $30. You're going to get half of that, which is $15 as a matching bonus on top of the other $15 you get for having referred them. So you're going to get $30. And when they're making $100 each, you're going to make $150 plus your referral bonus, and so on. Once again, takes time. One of the demo accounts we've got, which I've not done this week yet, on TikTok, Demo B, is a guy that's struggling a bit, but he is a farmer. He just about ekes out a living. He's got a couple of kids. His house was burnt down, lost everything. But he is a farmer. And I was talking to him about it. And he was saying, when will I be getting some money? I said, well, look, you're a farmer. You know that you've got to go out, clear the field of weeds, break up the soil, make it good, plant your crop, tend your crop, and it's going to take probably 6 months, 12 months before you can harvest that crop. And he said, yeah. I said, well, business is the same. You've got to clear the field. You've got to get rid of all the weeds, all the misapprehension, all the doubts. And you've got to then sow your seeds. And you've got to make sure that you keep them, look after them, you water them, and you pick out all those weeds that are going to come back. Make sure you've got it all clear. And eventually you'll be reaping the harvest. But you've got to do the work first. And if you're passive, somebody else has got to do the work for you. And that may sound a little bit unfair on the people that are doing the work for you, but they're going to generate income from it as well. It's just that you're going to pick up a little bit, if you like, the spillover. It's like the farmer's going to harvest everything. He's going to take his machine through and he's going to harvest all his crop of whatever it is. But there might be some bits and pieces left in the field. And the passive people can then go in and pick those up. Okay, that's the way it works, right? So it's a good analogy. Okay, with that said, it looks like we've cleared the questions. I'll be here tomorrow, hopefully with a bit more positive news on a couple of things. And I'll be here at 7 p.m. London time, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, X, as usual. Okay. Until then, see you later, alligator. In a wild crocodile. See you later, alligator. Always wear a smile. See you later, alligator. Go the extra mile. See you later, alligator. Come